In our fast-paced world, our minds are constantly buzzing. We've got notifications, an endless stream of information, demands at work, demands at home, and with so much pull for our time and attention, our minds can easily become scattered, making it hard to focus, making it hard to get things done, or maybe even get started on some tasks. But what if there's a way to harness the power of the mind and improve your focus and attention? Enter mindfulness. You've probably heard of the word mindfulness before, and maybe you even have a general idea of what it means to be mindful. Perhaps you've even gone so far as to download an app like Calm or Headspace and listen to a guided meditation. Mindfulness means to be present, on purpose, without judgment. So being present, that means that your mind is in the here and now. It is not ruminating on something that happened to you, replaying conversations or events from the past, and it's not in the future, worrying or anticipating something that might happen or rehearsing something that might happen in the future. So you're in the here and now, present moment. And you're doing so on purpose, so with intentionality. You are intentionally calling to mind whatever it is that you're doing. So, listening to this video, or playing with your kids, or listening to a presenter speak, or writing an email, whatever it is. You are intentionally calling to mind whatever you're doing in that moment, and then without judgment. So this is when you are not trying to force away an uncomfortable or unpleasant feeling, but you're opening up to it, maybe acknowledging it. I think we can all agree it feels a lot easier to be present and mindful when we're experiencing a pleasant or a peaceful emotion. But mindfulness is about non-judgment, so it's not labeling an emotion as good or bad. When you're trying to force a certain feeling or thought or image away, it might be a clue that you're in a state of judgment because you're labeling that as bad. So just being aware of that can help guide you a little bit more towards this state of non-judgmental awareness. You can think of your mind as a spotlight, and on the stage are all of the players. So all of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Everything you can see, smell, taste, touch, and hear are on the stage. And you can take this spotlight of your attention and shine it on any one of those players at any given point in time. So you can zoom in on what you can hear right now. And you can then shift and zoom in on what you can feel and touch. And you can zoom back out and you can take in the stage as a whole. One of the ways mindfulness can help improve focus is by enhancing flexible attention. So if your mind is feeling scattered or full, or you're feeling so overwhelmed with tasks you're not sure how to get started, holding a spotlight up to all of your sensations can be a great way to recenter, get grounded, refocus, and bring you back in the present moment. You can start by just becoming aware of your breath and what body parts move on the inhale versus the exhale. And then gently invite your attention to shift to what you can feel. Become aware of the temperature in the room. Become aware of the ground beneath your feet. Become aware of what it's like to feel supported by the couch or cushion beneath you. Become aware of the feeling of the clothes on your skin. And then gently invite your attention to shift to anything you can hear. What sounds are in the room you're in? What sounds are outside of the room? As you're doing this practice, you're learning how to engage and enhance flexible attention because you're shifting your attention from one thing to the next. You're shining the spotlight on one player and then shining the spotlight on the other player. And then you can always, again, zoom back out and take in the stage as a whole. And your mind is likely to wander, and that's normal. That's what minds will do. If you're able to notice it, you can gently invite your attention back into the present moment. So that might sound like this. Oh, there's my mind worrying about tomorrow's meeting again. And then inviting your attention back to whatever it was that you were shining the spotlight on. Maybe it's the feeling of the temperature in the room. So noticing and acknowledging and inviting. Noticing, acknowledging, and inviting is very different than forcing, ignoring, or distracting. Right? One indicates a state of non-judgmental awareness, and the other indicates a state of judgmental awareness. Almost without thinking, we label our emotions or experiences or thoughts as good or bad. This habit is reinforced by well-meaning but simplistic advice, like good vibes only, or just be positive, or even saying to yourself that you hate a certain feeling, like I hate feeling sad, or I just hate feeling anxious. It's normal and natural to prefer feelings like happiness and joy and excitement over feelings like anxiety and sadness. But mislabeling those other emotions like anxiety or sadness or anger even as bad misses a crucial point. Those emotions are normal and natural and necessary, and they also give us crucial information. So they're informative. When we're in a state of judgment, we're trying to snap out of a feeling or force a certain feeling or image away. When we're in a state of non-judgment, you're cultivating a sense of curiosity about what's happening. Where is this feeling in your body? And how might you describe it to someone that's never experienced that before? So you're getting curious about, you're noticing, and maybe even shifting your statement from I'm feeling this way to there is a feeling. So that might sound like this. Rather than saying, I'm sad, I'm anxious, you're noticing there is sadness here, there is anxiety here, or even getting more specific. Where is that sadness in your body? Where is that anxiety in your body? So that sounds like there is tightness in my throat, or there is an increase in my heart rate, right? You're getting descriptive about it and noticing. This shift is small but impactful. When you can shift that statement from I am to there is, what you're doing is creating a little bit of space between you and the emotion or thought or feeling that's coming up for you. With that space, it frees you up to choose how you want to respond to whatever the situation might be. So rather than being caught up in your emotions or swept away or allowing your emotions to dictate your actions, you're freeing yourself up to choose your response with intentionality. Incorporating non-judgmental awareness doesn't mean that you never experience stress, sadness, or anxiety ever again, but it can transform your relationship to those emotions. Rather than seeing certain emotions as an enemy, you learn how to see those emotions as messengers, carriers of information, inviting you and guiding you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and your needs. And here's the fascinating thing. When you stop trying to avoid discomfort and painful emotions at all costs, you'll realize they have less power and control over you. The next time you notice yourself starting to label an emotion as good or bad, just pause, notice it, and start to get descriptive about it. Describe what that emotion is and where it lives in your body, and note it as a visitor just passing through, calling to mind the temporary and impermanent nature of all emotions. Non-judgmental awareness can transform your relationship with your emotions from one of resistance to one of insightful observation and growth. So to summarize, we talked about 2 practices that can help improve focus and flexible attention: shining the spotlight and shifting the statement. We talked about shining the spotlight on all of your sensations to help you get back in the present moment in an intentional way, and to shift the statement, which encourages and invites you to move from a state of judgment to a state of non-judgment. I hope you found value from this video, and I hope you find value from that practice. Thanks for watching.